Welcome to the Social School Podcast, a show where we dive deep into how social media is shaping our world and our daily lives. Today, we are looking at a hot topic: how social media is influencing or affecting politics here in Malawi. We have our special guest who is going to introduce himself. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I am zikomo pindani, and thank you for having me in this program. I feel honored.
Thank you so much. So, stay with us and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So, we are in the world of social media now. Can you tell us how social media is affecting politics in Malawi compared to the past years?
Okay, politics. First of all, it has really changed everything here, especially here in Malawi. And to talk about politics, it has heavily affected the way politics is being operated or conducted here in Malawi.
Yes.
For example, now with the coming in of social media, and the majority of people who are found on social media are the youth, which were the people who were not taking part in politics before the social media in the analog era or in the traditional era. So with the coming in of social media, it has given that platform to the youth for them to be active enough in terms of politics.
Politics,
Yeah,
yeah.
because now we have seen many youth having conversations about to do with politics, and even other youth are showing interest in contesting for different positions with the councillors, the MP, as
The
well as the
MPs,
president. So
yeah.
we can say that the social media has greatly influenced the youth, especially in terms of politics.
Politics, yeah.
Yeah. So all in all, in a nutshell, we can say politics. I mean, social media indeed has shaped how politics is now operated in this social media era or in this digital era.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you think social media has made politicians more accountable to the public? And explain how.
Yeah, of course, it has made politicians more accountable for whatever they are doing or for whatever they are on how they are operating their things in government. For example, now when we are scrolling down on social media, especially on Facebook, well, you cannot scroll for for a minute without finding something to do with politics. Whereby several social media influencers, whereby several social media people who have got their pages on Facebook are writing stories to do with how this current government is operating its things here in Malawi. So that is telling us to say that the youth now, the social media now, is being used as a platform to make sure that those people in power are being held accountable. Yeah, in whatever they are doing, and also it is promoting transparency in as far as politics is
It's
concerned.
concerned.
Yeah, so those people that are in power, they are there because of our votes. We are the ones who voted for them in the previous elections. So we have the right to hold them accountable. So in the past, before social media, especially before Facebook, people were not being able to hold those people in accountable, those people that are in power, because there weren't such platforms that could give people a chance to criticize or to condemn everything that is being
The
done
government
in
is
the
doing.
government.
So, in other words, you can say that social media has helped the Malawians to have transparency. In other words,
Exactly. Although transparency has not been heavily realized, but we are going towards that
yes, we are
with the
going
coming
towards that.
in of social media.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think social media has led to the spread of fake news and misinformation during the election period?
Greatly, yes.
Yeah. So,
100%.
so can you explain how?
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, as we if we to compare this digital era and how politics is being conducted, or how people are taking this political issue in this digital era or in this social media era, to the era where social media was not present or was not there,
Was not
we
there.
can
Yeah.
say that the spreading of misinformation, of fake news, has increased in this digital era compared to
The
um,
past days.
to the past days. This is because now on social media, of course, we do have journalists that are operating on social media. There are various media houses that have their online pages on social media. For example, we can talk about the Times 360. We can talk about Zodiac Online, Midge Online, and various social media. Various media houses who has that has social media pages. But as much as we have um, um, the official online pages, there are also some other people
People
that
who spread. Yeah.
who spread misinformation, who spread fake news. They call themselves journalists, but they are not professional journalists. Because if you are a professional journalist, you are not supposed to spread fake news. You are supposed to give information that is accurate, to give information that is credible. So social media has given that platform to other people to take advantage of social media in spreading fake news. And we have really witnessed that in this electoral process,
Process, yeah.
beginning from the time when we were registering to the time the campaign period started in July, and today when we are just some days ahead of the tripartite elections on 16 September. So yeah, some people would be saying things to tarnish other their opponent's images.
Images,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's something that is supposed to be addressed in as far as politics is concerned, if we are to have free and fair elections on 16 September.
Yes.
Because if we cannot have free elections or fair elections, if we are those people that are perpetuating the act of misinformation, the act of fake news. So yeah, because there are citizen journalists on social media, they are the ones that are perpetuating this behavior of spreading
Spreading
misinformation
mis-
or fake news.
yes.
Yes.
So, what can be the effects of spreading fake news and misinformation during this election period? What can be the most negative effects?
Yeah, fake news or misinformation can greatly affect the politics, especially in this electoral period,
Period.
and as we are going towards the elections in various ways.
Mm.
For example, it can cause violence. Yeah, because we have witnessed violence in the previous elections that we have conducted here in Malawi.
Yes.
So it's something that we are not supposed to be doing as a nation.
As a nation.
Yeah, because elections or during elections, it is our right to make sure that we vote, we take part in each and every electoral
Election.
process.
Yes.
Yeah, so when we are spreading misinformation, when we are spreading fake news, it can lead to violence, and some people might lose their lives.
Their
Some
lives,
people might
yes.
get injured, and if you some people have lost their lives. When some people have got injured, it means we have lost those people that were supposed to be productive to the nation.
To the nation, yeah.
Yeah, so leading
Exactly.
to the development of the country,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
development of the country requires people that are very energetic and
Energetic.
yeah. So the fact that the youth are the ones that are known for doing such activities, such behaviors of spreading fake news and causing violence, and they are also the victims of the violence. They are the victim. They are the people that lose their lives during the violence activities. Yeah, so I think it has got very several negative impacts to the people or to Malawi, especially in this time of elections.
Okay, fine, interesting. So, do you think social media has led to political divisions in Malawi? And if yes, why do you think it has led to that division? And what can be the impact of those political divisions here in Malawi?
Okay, having said all those negative impacts that the spread of fake news or misinformation can have in a nation or on people, uh, it has really um, caused divisions, political divisions, we might say so. We have to accept that we are Malawians, yes, we are one nation, we are one country, but everyone is affiliated to a certain political party. Someone might belong to DPP, someone
Yes.
can belong to UTM,
UTM
some can belong
belong
to
to
MCP.
yeah,
So we
exactly.
have to accept that.
Mm.
We are one people, but we can have different views, we can have different opinions, we can belong to different political affiliations, so we can belong to different parties. So it's something that we have to accept among ourselves if we are to live in peace and harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the violence or the spread of misinformation has led to people to, for example, I can give a scenario. We can assume that maybe someone who belongs to DPP has spread fake news to tarnish the image of MCP.
MCP.
So people that belong to MCP, people that are MCP supporters, cannot see that news in a right way, in a positive way. There might be some negativity in that. So if they see some negative thoughts in things that have been reported on social media, it can lead to disagreements between people, and that is what is leading to political divisions. Yeah, so the spread of fake news is something that is very multifaceted. It has several areas in it that it needs to be addressed if we are to live in peace and harmony, and if we are to accept the fact that we can belong to different political parties, or but we can be one people, we can be living together.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, how do you think online attacks and propaganda has led to public losing trust in their leaders or their politicians?
Okay, that's also one of the things that we as youth we need to sit down and look into it very seriously. Um, Politicians are not the ones are not supposed to come to us to give us manifesto or to give us campaign promises that are not realistic in nature, but that is contrary to what the politicians are
Are
doing.
doing?
Yeah, because politicians are fond of spreading propaganda, spreading things that are just aimed at manipulating us to vote for them. But if we vote for them, they are coming now when they want to be voted for, when they are campaigning. But once they win on 16th of September, they will disappear.
Yeah.
They will never come back.
They will do the opposite.
They will do the opposite. So, as youth, we need to take that seriously in a sense that we have to sit down whenever we are receiving manifesto, whenever we are being given the campaign promises from various presidential candidates, to sit down and see, is this what is what this political candidate telling us that can be realistic, that they can achieve. Yeah, so we have to sit down. Someone cannot come now and tell us, Kudi, once I win this election, I'll be giving each and every citizen 1 million kwacha.
It's
Is that
not
even
possible.
realistic? That's not achievable.
Yes,
It
exactly.
is impossible.
Yes.
So we have to sit down. If they tell us that, okay, they are telling us they will be giving us 1 million
1 year
to each citizen here in Malawi, where is he going to
to
take
get the money
to
from.
get the money from? And if we will just be voting for them just for based on what they are telling us, fake promises they are telling us, we are also perpetuating the act of corruption,
Corruption.
which is something that we have to deal with. Yeah. So as the youth, we are agents of change. Social media, yes, it has come, it has led to the spread of fake news. It has also given the platforms to politicians to be spreading propaganda, to be manipulating the youth. But we are the agents of change. We have to change our mindsets. Once we change our mindset, we will be able to think, to think things from a different perspective.
Yes,
You see?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after um, scrutinizing all those manifestos, all those campaign promises that are the political candidates are telling us, and come up with an informed decision, I believe we can curb this tendency of spreading of propaganda,
Propaganda.
yes, by the political candidates.
Okay. Now, do you think youths
Mm.
have the chance with the coming of social media to participate in elections, or less funded politicians who have interest in politics but they are less funded, they don't have money to? So, do you think social media has given those people a chance?
Yes. Gone are days when the youth were just being used by the so-called politicians, when we are just painting ourselves with party regalias, party colors. You know what I'm saying,
Yes, I
and
know.
we have witnessed that. But these are the days when us, the youth, need to have serious conversations, need to get involved in serious conversations that are for the betterment of our country, because this is our beloved country, Malawi. So social media has greatly given that platform to the youth that have the feeling of getting involved in active politics.
Yes.
Because politics is what brings medication in hospitals. Politics is what give us good infrastructures. Politics is what gives education materials in schools. And we cannot run away from politics if we are to change this country. Yeah. So changing this country belongs to us, the
To us,
youth,
the youth.
and we have to get to utilize social media as a way of making sure that we do have campaigns that are political centered. Yeah, and those people that are contesting, the youth that are contesting, we have to be supporting each other. And how can we support them? We can support them by using social media.
Social media,
So in that
yes.
way, we are using social media in a positive way, not the
Yes.
negative way.
Negative way.
Yeah, because the perception that people has on social media is is bad,
It's negative.
is negative. So we have to take social media as a way of making sure that we are giving the platforms to the youth that are contesting, we are supporting them, we are giving them much support.
Yeah.
Because if we are not supporting ourselves as the youth, who else is going to come and support us?
Support them. No,
No,
no one.
no one. So we have to support each other. Have Facebook pages. Let's conduct campaigns. Let's conduct groups to make sure that we are supporting our fellow youth that are contesting in on.
Since we have limited resources, we cannot go
Yeah,
around and be campaigning somewhere.
you
So,
see.
first, social media is the only way.
Yeah,
So we should be supporting each other there.
yeah. So if we also expect those people that are contesting, the youth that are contesting, to be giving us money, we are also perpetuating corruption.
Yes.
Because if they are giving us money, once they win on 16 September, they will be saying, it's time now for me to this baby send. Yeah, so you understand.
Yeah.
So if someone is just coming up with manifesto, we tend to see that person as someone who is not serious. But no, we cannot measure someone's leadership skills based
On money.
money or handouts that they are giving us. We have to measure
That is
their
true.
intelligence based on what they are telling us, the
That is
manifesto
true.
they are telling us, the campaign promises they are telling us.
Now, do you think politicians are more focused with social media likes and shares more than real things?
Yes, we can say so, and also and we can not say so. Yeah.
Can you explain?
Okay. Social media is something that is being utilized in different ways by these so-called politicians.
Yes.
Yeah, and we have seen several politicians, almost 90% of politicians or the political candidates that are contesting on 16 September on presidential seats, on member of parliament seats, and of course the councillors. And the likes of Gladys Ogabambe, the likes of Peter Mutharika, the likes of Atupele Munoz, they have got their own social media pages on which they use to disseminate information, to disseminate their campaign promises and manifestos to people, because they know that majority of people, especially the youth, are found on social media. So we can heavily say that the political candidates are taking social media comments, or taking social media likes and shares, and leaving behind the real things,
The real things,
the
yeah.
campaign that they are conducting on the ground. Yeah, so yeah, they have to be doing that, because we cannot sideline social media. We cannot underrate the power
Of
social
social
media
media.
has. Yeah, because now that's where a lot of people are being found. And of course there has been concerns that people that are found on social media, they do not vote, especially the youth.
It's a
They
lie.
didn't register. They're just saying that because
Yeah, but it's a lie.
it's a lie. Okay, of course it can be a lie, but also it can be
True.
true.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
can be
in
true.
some sense. Yeah, because we can say that many people that are found on social media, many Malawians, maybe there are some Malawians that are living in abroad, in
Yes,
South Africa, in
yes.
USA, and they are commenting, I need
Zavorera,
UTM,
UTM.
APM
Yeah,
moto.
I'll vote
But
for APM.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they are just giving fake hopes to the political candidates, because they won't come and vote here.
But I heard that they are doing a process that those that are abroad should vote for, maybe they are abroad, but they belong to Malawi, so they should vote. Is it true?
I know it's not true.
It's not true.
That cannot happen, because the elections will take place in
In
Malawi.
Malawi.
It will not take place in South Africa. It will not take place in
So it's a
USA.
lie.
It's a lie. So,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, sometimes they have to take the social media likes or comments seriously, but also they have to be careful enough to make sure that they are balancing these things. Yeah.
So how important is social media compared to traditional campaigning, like for example rallies or radio? How is social media important?
Okay, so the power of social media is that one can get feedback instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the political candidates, they have to be using social media, because they'll be getting feedback from the people. For example, they have written something, their manifestos, and now the comments are saying, Bagudu, you need to correct that, you need
Correct.
to
Yes.
revise that.
So they get feedback right away.
Yes, so they get feedback right away. So that's the benefit of social media. That's the
Compared to
positivity of social media compared to the traditional one. So the traditional one, someone might come on conducting a rally at a certain place, giving their manifesto to people, and now people will not be given that chance to give their feedback, because they are afraid kuti pamene paja pamakhala kuti there is much security
They cannot even share their
they
opinions.
cannot share their opinions, they cannot express their opinions because they are afraid of different things. But on social media it's like everyone is in their homes and they can freely express their opinions, they can freely express their comments. Oh yes, so yeah, social media, people have taken social media as a way to make sure that they are giving feedback to those that are competing, that are contesting on 16th September.
So how important is social media to first time voters?
Okay, social media is important to first time voters because in electoral process there are some processes or some things that needs to be that one needs to get much knowledge. Yeah, because you cannot go and vote uh, out of the blue. You need to know each and every step in as far as elections is concerned in each and every electoral process, starting from the registration period. So social media or Malay Electoral Commission has got their own page on social media. They have got their own website on social media. So one, the first time voters can use their platforms, the websites can use the Facebook to access knowledge, to access more information on how they can go and vote effectively. Yeah.
So now we have seen Malawians threatening each other about maybe someone has a different opinion from the other person, so they can be threatening each other. How bad is this behavior in Malawi?
It is very bad because these elections will go and we'll get back to our normal lives. Yeah. So once we engage in disagreements among ourselves as Malawians, we will regret that later once after the elections have gone. The elections will just be, people will just vote for one day.
Yeah,
And after 16 September, we'll live our normal lives. So we have um, to live in peace with one another as Malawians
that's
because we
true.
are one people, we are one country. No matter how the differences we have, but
We
we
are all
we are
Malawians.
all Malawians,
Yeah.
and we have to be living in peace.
So, what advice can you give to Malawians who are threatening each other or they don't like each other because of those political differences they have? What advice would you give to them?
You know, we voted for democracy in 1994, and we voted for multi-party system of government. In the multi-party system of government, there's the name itself suggests multi-party, meaning to say it has given room to various political parties to be contesting on presidential seats. So we have to accept the fact that we are all Malawians, but we can belong to different political parties. And if we do belong to different political parties, we are not differentiating ourselves from one another. We are still one people. We have to be doing our things together, despite belonging to different political affiliations. So these elections will go and we'll get back to our normal lives and we'll be living as Malawians. We'll still be depending on one another. So if we engage ourselves in disagreements, um, if we are not in good terms with one another, it will be bad for us. We will regret it later. So this time we have to be careful enough in this electoral process as we are going towards the elections.
Election period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a free advice from zikomo, pindani. That marks the end of our podcast today. I was not alone here. I was with my guest, Zikomo, who was explaining more about the impacts of social media in our Malawian politics. Stay there next time as we bring you a lot of more interesting things concerning social media here on the Social School Podcast. You were with me, Hilary Chembekeza. Stay there next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.